Welcome to the data metaphor space. Which Bond girl do you think Bond likes best? The first Bond girl, Daphne Fields, was chosen by Fleming himself. The pair met while he was on a working holiday in Jamaica and they got married. She was a model who had appeared in a few magazines. She also worked as a dancer in clubs and a nightclub hostess. She has been in the film Live and Let Die, The Man with the Golden Gun and Moonraker. She also appears in the novel License to Kill. You probably know the answer to this one. It's Monica Bellucci. But we've dug deeper into the archives to reveal the real Bond girls of the past, from the early days of James Bond to the modern-day 007. These are the women who Bond liked best. When you think of James Bond, what woman do you think of first? You probably think of Ursula Andress in Dr. No or maybe Brigitte Bardot in Thunderball. But what about the women that James Bond liked best? What Bond girls did Bond like best? We've dug deep into the archives to find the real Bond girls of the past, from the early days of James Bond to the modern-day 007. For Bond fans, Bond girls are a very important part of the series, and are usually very glamorous. In fact, when we think of James Bond we often think of the women he's with. This is a series of articles looking at the Bond girls of the past, so if you're looking for the modern-day Bond girls, we've got that covered too. We've already looked at the women who James Bond likes best in Dr. No. But let's take a look at the real Bond girls of the past. Ursula Andress is probably the most famous Bond girl of all time, as her iconic scene in Dr. No where she leaps into the ocean and appears wearing a bikini has become iconic in its own right. When it comes to Bond girls, Ursula Andress was a pretty good choice. She was stunning, sexy and acted well, and her iconic scene in Dr. No made her one of the most famous Bond girls of all time. She's also the most famous Bond girl. Do you think Bond is a big pervert? I have to admit, I'm not really sure. He's certainly quite sexual in some of the Bond films. And he does like to get his way. It seems that if a woman doesn't have sex with him, she will be in trouble. Even when she says no, she is usually under some sort of compulsion. I've seen a lot of movies and have never seen him actually have sex with a woman. It's not that I don't think he could, but I'm not sure he'd want to. I don't think he's into all that, you know, bondage and the rest. It's just his personality, I guess. It's part of his charm. The original series had Bond the big, handsome stud. I've always thought that was fun, and it's the way I wanted him to be. It's the other characters that aren't like that, who are the real men. My favorite Bond film is _Goldfinger_ because it's the first time that I remember the Bond character as someone who could be married and still be sexy. He could be an ordinary, married guy and still be sexy. And that's what I think we all want. I mean, it's not that we want to have a lot of affairs, but we want to be able to enjoy sex without feeling guilty. I know that sounds silly, but I think that's what we want. What do you think?